Alright, there we go. Carson, welcome. Whew. So after a long night of tennis, this is how you wind down. Don't know how many people are going to be around because it's a little late. It is Friday though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Unless you guys are still out of it. Whew. Oh, our water level is low. I need to refill this thing with water. Damn. This thing's low. One second, guys. I gotta check something here. Okay, that might be why people aren't showing up yet, because the Discord alert wasn't sent out. YouTube is stupid sometimes. We got a couple people in here, I think. Hey, Austin. So I don't know how long I'm going to stream. People like it when I do this. I think they like it ironically, but they like it. So who am I to tell them they're wrong about it? As Yeah, Carson, it went well. I'm pretty happy with it. It was fine. Okay. You got more candid on these seductive streams. UW sucks, by the way. Yeah, Charles. Well, at least it's over, and at least now we can move on to something else. And, there's talent on this team. You find a good coach, they can turn around quickly. I'm interested to see what they do now. I like having the clean slate, man. I mean, possibly Austin. Like, what are we gonna do against the Rams? Because the Rams are gonna need that win bad, because they keep losing. But they're better. But they can blow us out. They have the talent to do it, no problem. Definitely gonna work or not. I don't live in Seattle, Fabio. I've never been from Seattle. I've never lived there. I live south of Seattle by a good margin. Kinda, Fabio. That's pretty close. More or less, I do, honestly. Damn, something smells out here, man. Doesn't Olympia have a gay mayor, or was that the old mayor? That's the only thing I know about Olympia. I think they have a gay mayor. That's all I got. I don't know nothing about Olympia. Yeah, Fabio. There was a lot of booing. And hopefully the right people are paying attention to that. Hopefully the right people were paying attention. Like, being bad is one thing, but losing your fan base, that's another thing. Because I do believe Seahawks fans are going to be quick to decide they have better things to do than spend time supporting this team. Not me. I'll watch all the games and make videos no matter what. But the guys who just go to the games, like, they're going to be leaving this stadium half empty before long, man. And they don't and with the way things have gone this season, with the mistakes they've been making the last 7-8 years, it's what they deserve. One sec. Well, yeah, the fans will get loud, but you have to produce a product worth their time. I remember there was a game in 2011 where we lost to Rex Grossman against the then Redskins. And we blew, I think, a 2-touchdown lead in that game, and fans walked out of the stadium when it was still a game, when we still had a chance to win. They were just, they bailed the heck out of there. So, yeah, we'll be great fans if you're winning, if you produce a good product, but I think a lot of these fans are going to be tapping out, and more power to them. And, like, as soon as we blew the lead, fans bailed. Like, they didn't even stick around to see if we were going to answer back or come back or anything. They were just like, this team sucks, I'm out of here. Because that was a terrible Washington team that year, I think. They won, like, 4 or 5 games. Well, we didn't run the ball 80% of the time. Like, we barely ran the ball at all because Wilson still struggles to hand it off right now because of his finger. The real problem is on a different level than that. It's not that we're running the ball too much. Well, family entertainment. What you do is you hire somebody who knows football and then you get out of their way. Now, they might end up getting things wrong. They might end up doing it wrong, but that's the way things are supposed to work. Jody Allen is not supposed to be the one who tells you what quarterback to get and what linebackers to get and what pass rushers to get. No. You hire a football guy and then you let that person do their job. She must be bad luck, I guess. I love things. Jody's not going to find the replacement for Pete. Jody's not the person whose job it's going to be to replace Pete. That's going to be the head of football operations that you bring in. It's either going to be Schneider or somebody new. Jody Allen's job is going to be finding the head of football operations, and that's going to be more Chuck Arnold than anything else, I think, because he would have more knowledge about that kind of stuff than Jody. And I mean, those people have some understanding of football. They probably would, but it's not impossible. Like, what if this offseason you decide to hire Pete, but you think that John is still good for some reason? Maybe you do. Are you going to call up John and say, hey, we fired Pete, do you want to go or not? If he says, no, I want to stick it out, then I think you let him. There's nothing wrong with that. Please like the stream, by the way, guys. It helps the channel. Damn, man. This sucks. I mean, if there are any Pete defenders still out there, if there are any still Pete defenders out there, I would hope that Arizona game at least made you reconsider your position. Stunna, I'm Red Pill. I'm Team Red Pill, Stunna. Why would we pick up Le'Veon Bell? What's that going to do? Go get somebody young. Mike, 1996. 1996. Well, JR, you say that, but then you have to reevaluate things. Is Wilson actually as good as we think? Are the receivers as good as we actually think? Like, it's time to start reevaluating your prior assumptions when the performance is that bad. Okay, Fabio, but okay, go address that depth by getting somebody young. Just promote Josh Johnson and see what he has. Le'Veon Bell cannot be part of this team's future. He's about to retire, probably. And even Andy Reid thought he couldn't get anything out about Le'Veon Bell. How are we going to get anything out of Le'Veon Bell? Andy Reid, one of the greatest offensive geniuses in NFL history, couldn't get anything out of Le'Veon Bell. How are we going to do that when we have a head coach who just wants to run the ball up the gut 50 times every game? So give me somebody young who has something to prove and might actually be part of this team's future. Yeah, JR. I hate women. No, I'm kidding, but no. I mean, Philip Lindsay at least would have a chance of being part of the future Seahawks, but I don't need that. I don't need to spend money right now. If we got to spend money, it should be the minimum amount possible. Oh, I agree, Mike. I agree. But Pete controls just about everything else. Pete controls the terrible draft picks. Pete controls the cover 3 scheme that has been solved by the NFL. Pete controls the game plans, or largely. Pete controls a lot of stuff. I mean, I was talking this defense up last week, and then they did what they did against Arizona, and it's like, I guess I can never say anything nice about them again because they'll do that. Hey, JDM. Jojo, I have a selfie stick. It's not even over the water. I have a selfie stick. It's basically impossible for the phone to slip out. Even if it does, it's just going to fall on the hot tub lid. I love Shanny. I think Shanny's a genius. He made the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. Any offensive coach that can make the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo as his quarterback, I'll fuck with him. My neighbors don't know I'm here. My neighbors don't know I'm out here. Like, I'm on this side of the house. They really have no way of knowing. Byron Leftwich would be interesting, Thiago. I kind of like Leftwich. Jimmy wasn't bad in 2019? No, Jimmy is always awful. Shanahan made him look good. Nolan, of course not. We don't win with anybody playing quarterback. We would lose that game with John Elway playing quarterback. It doesn't matter. I mean, like Shanahan's not perfect, but any coach that can get decent things out of Jimmy Garoppolo's bum ass has got to be doing something right. Okay, Thiago, but the thing is, I don't want Wilson throwing a bunch of deep passes. He's got to get off that. He's got to learn how to play another way. Right now, NFL defenses are playing Russell knowing that he keeps going back to the deep pass. He's probably going to have to spend like a few games torching defenses with short stuff before they come out of that. that Rex Grossman offense don't work no more. That's why we brought in Waldron, to try to get Wilson to take the short stuff, to adapt the short and intermediate passing game, and right now he's not doing it. That's the thing that makes me wonder about his future. I don't know if he's ever going to get it. And we've got so many other things going on with this team, we're really kind of running out of time for him to show that he knows how to do it. Yeah, I'm a big Kellen Moore fan. But no, Seahawks Productions, you can't replace Waldron with Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is only going to leave Dallas if he can get a head coaching job. Moore needs to take Carroll's job. Yeah, maybe Wilson can't read defenses. During the game against the Cardinals, did you guys hear? Jonathan Vilma straight up said, I don't think Wilson knows how to read defenses. And Jonathan Vilma's a terrible announcer, but he did play football recently, so if he says something like that, he might know what's up. By the way, I mean, they're terrible, but I do kind of like how some of these new young announcers like Vilma and Aqib Talib will say whatever's on their mind and they don't give a crap. Like, that's interesting. They say mean stuff, man. They insult these players. Like Collinsworth doesn't do that. Voodoo's life, don't be a baby. Even like Booger McFarland. I mean, Booger McFarland is atrocious as an announcer, but when he thinks somebody sucks, he'll say it, and I kind of appreciate that. Troy Aikman can't even remember what he had for breakfast. How is he going to remember to call the Redskins the football team? You got to let that one go. Troy Aikman can't remember nothing. Troy Aikman's brain does not work. If he wants to call them the Redskins, then he can call them the damn Redskins. Like, even Shango. Like, Shango. He calls them the Redskins. He made a post-game video after the Thanksgiving game yesterday where he called them the Redskins because he can't remember, because he called them the Redskins for 50-plus years. It takes a while to move off of that. I mean, to me, you've got 7 games left. If Wilson plays in at least some, possibly all of them, I'm watching him, and what he does over these next 7 games is going to affect how I feel about him this offseason. If he shows that he's picked up this offense and he's starting to embrace the quick offense, the spread offense, the quick the get it out of your hands offense, then Okay. I'll be like, oh, I think he can stick. I think we got something here. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be really hard to get rid of Carroll at that point, but maybe that's a trade-off you make. I don't know. But if I don't see it, then I'm going to believe that he's never going to do it. If I don't see it over these next 7 games, then I'm not going to give him next year. I just need, and I don't need to see it all be perfect. I need to see progression. Like, that's the thing, guys. You guys got to understand. He's getting worse every week. His air yards are going up. His air yards are at about 10. They've never been that high before, ever. Not even under Schottenheimer. If Wilson was getting better incrementally, I would feel differently, but he's not. His air yards are higher than ever. That is and he's playing with a bad finger. That should make it harder for him to throw deep passes anyway, but he still spams them. I mean, JoJo, he doesn't have to get all the way there in one season. That's fine, but he has to show improvement. But he's regressing. He's going the other way. He's going the other way. And I don't have forever to wait for him to figure this stuff out. He's already past his prime. He's already past his prime. If he can't pick this stuff up, then I'm not looking to waste any time here. Yeah, Tony, he was playing good, but playing good is not enough. I need him to play the right way. It's not enough to be good. We know Russ can be good. If we just wanted Russ to be good, we could have brought back Schottenheimer. The goal is to change the way he plays, and he's not changing. That's the problem. Russell's like the guy who has the good wife who will stay home for him and raise his kids and fix him good food and take care of the house, but he keeps sneaking next door to the neighbor's house. He can't help himself. I gotta see him stop sneaking over to the neighbor's house. If he can't stop sneaking over to the neighbor's house because it's exciting to him, then I'm not going to wait around for a bunch of seasons to see if he can figure it out or not, in the hopes that maybe we can have one good season. I'd rather build something that can have 10 good seasons. Like, that's the thing, guys. When you build something that's only built to be good for one season, then you're basically betting a huge amount on luck. Because you can have a good season and then have it get derailed by bad luck at the end. A bad ref call, an injury at the worst time, a fluky game, and then it's all for nothing. Build something that'll be good for 10 years, and you can have some bad luck, and it's okay because you'll have other seasons. Like, I always use the Dallas Cowboys Tony Romo example. They did have one good season when they decided to keep him when they were rebuilding, 2014. But then they got the Des Bryant call in Green Bay, no catch. That was their one chance, and they lost it because of a kind of fluky thing. And then it was done. Romo played in like 4 more games in his career. And then they had to move on from him, and they had to find a new quarterback. They were lucky to find one as quick as they did. A da-da-da, a da-da-da. So they did all that work for one good season. They bet it all on that one season producing a Super Bowl, and because of a kind of fluky play, it didn't even get close. And all that hard work they did on building a lot of that team went for nothing. Whereas if you plan out something that can be good for a decade, which some of these teams do, like the Chiefs are going to be good for a while, then at least then maybe you can withstand a little bit of bad luck here or there, and it's okay because you can win a Super Bowl the next year, or the year after, or the year after that. I don't know, Tony. Maybe defenses adjust and he doesn't adjust back. Okay, Cheeseburger, that's the past. Okay? The decisions that we make on these players and coaches has nothing to do with they've been good in the past. That has 0% relevance. The only thing that's relevant is, are they going to be good going forward? I give nothing. I give zero credence to the idea that we need to keep these guys because they were good in the past. My only concern is, are they going to be good going forward? And I'm just not convinced with some of these guys. Pete especially. I think Pete's toast. I think Pete is just done. Wilson, I don't think it's impossible, but I'm starting to have my doubts. It depends on what we see the rest of the season. Yeah, I was sad like you guys don't even know when we moved on from Hasselbeck. But eventually I got it. Like, Hasselbeck wasn't going to help us win a Super Bowl, so what business did he have here? No, Will Jensen, I've seen people post the video. I have not seen the content of the video. Honestly, all I need to know about the offense is that Pete Carroll said this week that we're going to simplify the offense. And it made me want to punt my computer through the window. You don't simplify your offense when you brought in a coordinator specifically to make the offense more intricate. The offense should be getting more complex, not less. That tells me that either Pete is going into dictator mode and is just doing everything the way he wants to do it, or Wilson isn't capable of running an intricate offense. It's one of the two. The fact that they think that's the solution. Oh, I know, Austin, but the point is they were good that year, right? They had a good season. That was a good Cowboys team, but the thing is they did all that work for one good season. If I'm going to do all that work, I want it to be for a long stretch. They spent 3 years building a team that was good for 1 year, basically. Joseph, 35 minutes or something like that. We haven't done anything of merit since 2014. Okay? We haven't done anything that anybody cares about since 2014. Hey, Washi. 2014. Yeah, it has, Washi. Please tell me more about how we beat the Lions in a playoff game. Joseph, the water level's kind of low. I kind of have to get like this in order to do that. I need to fill this thing up a little bit. It's low on water. And think about the players who have been our best players for the last 3 years before this one. They've mostly been players that we got before 2017. It's Wilson, it's Wagner, it's Lockett. For 1 year it was Frank Clark. For 1 year it was Jerron Reed. For a couple years it was KJ Wright. It was guys before the rebuild. Before the rebuild. The only guys we've gotten since the rebuild who have been big contributors to our success have been Metcalf and like Michael Dixon. Calvin, you get rid of the quarterback to get more picks so you can accelerate the rebuild instead of delaying it. You do it so your team building makes sense. You do it to get your team building in sync. Because right now you might spend the next 2 or 3 years trying to build the team, and then by the time you've built the team, Wilson's suddenly too old. Okay, yeah, but Chris Carson got here before the rebuild, Mike. I'm talking about players who came after the 2017 season. Calvin, then you don't take a quarterback in this draft. You get some crappy quarterback for next year. Yeah, Washi, that's how I've been feeling. I completely agree. Okay? Yeah, we're going to be bad next year. No duh. Of course, we're not going to be good next year. But that's fine. That's part of the plan. That's for a purpose. You keep Wilson, then it's going to be bad for no purpose. I mean, we suck with Wilson, so what's the damn difference? We can suck perfectly fine without him. What is the difference between sucking with Wilson and sucking without him? There's no difference. Except sucking without Wilson at least allows you to move forward into a new era and make your team building make sense. Damn, something smells awful out here, bro. Oh, God. It smells like I'm in the middle of, like, a cow pasture and a cow just, like, dropped a huge load right next to me. Jeez. What is going on out here? Tony, Pete's not going to do that. Pete is a future Hall of Fame head coach. He's not going to take a demotion. He will never do that. He would rather retire than take that. That would be like asking Bill Belichick to become a defensive coordinator. He wouldn't do that. No, seriously, guys, like my cousin. Yeah, I know, Ghost. And the thing is, like, the offense was simple with Schottenheimer. In some ways, the offense was simple with Bevel. So it's not the coordinators anymore. Do you realize Wilson might not be... Okay, we were not doing well with him when he was healthy. Okay, we were 2-2 going on 2-3, and then he busted his finger. And yes, we were going to go 2-3. Wilson did nothing in that game to convince anyone that he was going to be able to lead the comeback. Gino almost led the comeback because he did more than Wilson did in like one quarter. Hey, Sean. Yeah, Ghost. When Vilma says something like that, I'm at least going to listen. All right, guys. So once we get to $1,000 in donations, I'm going to change my swimsuit. I'm going to change to the pink pastel one. Just so you guys know. That always makes me laugh. Like when, what's her name? Amaranth streams on Twitch, her hot tub streams. It's hilarious. Like, she actually has a meter at the top of the screen that says when we reach this amount in donations, I'm going to change to, like, my leopard print bikini or my black bikini or whatever. And it works. Thousands of dollars of donations. So they can get her to change. She doesn't change on stream. She changes off stream. It barely matters. It's hilarious. But, you know, I respect the hustle. I don't hate the player. I hate the game. But it's pathetic. I wonder how much money Amaranth makes in a year. Calvin, do you not realize that in the last calendar year, our offense has completely collapsed, fired a coordinator, and gotten worse? Okay? Like, how is it not the offense? Defense played good the second half of the year last year. It was the offense that collapsed. Yeah, I know, Mike, but it's going to happen eventually. Why can't it happen now? What's wrong with that? Alright, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream in a minute here. I've been doing this for like 45 minutes. I'm going to have to get out of here soon. Thanks for coming out. What time is it, guys? I can't see the clock from here. 11:23. 11:23, okay. I might do some Persona tonight, but I'm not sure. Because I got to get out in a little bit. I got to shower. And then we'll see how I feel. I might Persona for like an hour. But if not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see. See you guys later, either later tonight or tomorrow. Go Hawks.